Sup everyone, it's your boy PB at Kotaku. You know what it's time for. That's right, another toy bargain hunting outing. I've been having a lot of good luck for the past few months, as evidenced with the amazing things I find for low prices. I normally think I'm gonna run out of luck each time I head out, but I was feeling quite optimistic this time. I felt like I was gonna find some good stuff. Before that, if you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and sub to the channel. You could also contribute via Patreon or Super Thanks, but even more than that, make sure you pwn that stupid turd scroll Ion in any way you can. When Ion has a bad day, I have an amazing day. Well, with that out of the way, on to the hunt. Rise and shine, it's another early morning starting at Ross, this location being my personal ground zero for finding the garbage-ass price increases for various action figures, like this one. I guess Ross is standing their ground on these terrible prices that are higher than retail stores like Walmart and Target. Well, at least this Ross anyways. Hint hint. By the way, that Barbie lunch pail would have totally been a guilty pleasure of mine back then. These aren't selling like the running Naruto vinyl figures by Culturefly. I was never a fan of Junji Ito's work, and I'm not really a fan of this JJK 4-pack neither. 20 clams is too much for something like that. At least at a discount store. The next thing I saw was pretty funny. This Fire Mario action figure was in the same exact spot I saw it last time. It never moved. No one wants it at 15 bucks. Moving on, I'm just going through the rest of the shelves and not finding anything but mess. Wow, one of these are still around. It's a BQ Bunny's Rem White variant. Looks like someone attempted to open it, but I guess they didn't want to break the tape. It's time to greet some friends now, the resident Highland cows in particular. It's looking pretty crazy here too, and there's High C just chilling on top of everyone. How's it going, mate? Oh, you're High C number 2. Doing well? Cool, well say hi to your mother for me. Where the hell's OG High C? Ooh, I just saw a really filthy Cinnamoroll Squishmallow. Luckily I didn't notice that while I was filming. Having trouble finding OG High C. Is he under here? No, that was High C number 2 just now. What about over here? There's a lot of Stitch plushies at discount stores lately. Ross has both Stitch Tsum Tsums and Squishmallows. I prefer the latter. Tsum Tsums don't really feel nice. Anyways, it looks like I can't find OG High C. Number 2, give OG my regards. Okay? Cool. I'll see you around. Onto the main area, and we're starting off with a Darth Vader charging dock for a device or game controller. These things are quite brittle. I've seen many like Wolverine and Sonic docks with parts broken off. This Ross doesn't have collectibles in the checkout area, so everything is just mixed into a jumbled mess. This swimming Bluey figure is looking rather interesting. Onto the Funko Pop figures, and as you'd expect, nothing new. Got a bunch of anime figures mixed in with the action figures, and here's something I used to see at Dollar Tree 7 or 8 years ago. Yokai Watch Metal Moments figures. We got a 100 Punch Jibanyan for 4 bucks, considering that- whoops, sorry, I meant to do that. Anyways, considering that I paid $1 for these a year ago, I personally don't find this to be a great deal. However, if Shogun Yen appeared at discount stores for that price, it would definitely be a great deal. We're skipping Old Boy here because we got My Boy, a Turtles of Grayskull Donatello for 13 clams. This is the first time I've seen a Turtles of Grayskull action figure at Ross. If you forget what TOG is, it's a collab between Masters of the Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I actually received the TOG Donatello for Christmas. There's 2 versions, so I need to check which one I have.
3 hours later.
Good news everyone, it turns out I received the other TOG Donatello for Christmas, so that means I'm good to grab this one. I was so happy to finally see Turtles of Grayskull stuff hit the discount stores. Even seeing an action figure with a dick-sucker price isn't gonna bring my mood down. For now. The reason I'm so happy to see that merch is because my favorite thing to find at discount stores are Masters of the Universe collectibles. Ross has been stocking various Sanrio plush backpacks. We just saw 2 Hello Kitties, and I've also seen both My Melody and Kuromi. Those plush backpacks don't hold much at all, so they're more like accessories rather than something practical. What the hell's a Beckel Spinax? Was that an actual dinosaur, or is it just a Jurassic World creation? I can only think of like 10 dinosaurs off the top of my head. For anyone who enjoys taking baths, get yourself some Sesame Street squeeze bath toys. You won't be disappointed. Not that I would know, it's just an educated guess. I was about to check out, but I decided to look through the bottom shelves because I pretty much overlooked them. I'm glad I did because I found something really interesting hiding among the rubble. This clearance Rapunzel doll by Jack Specific was not it. It was actually That thing right there. It's a Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection Hordak. I've been scouring Ross for this after I saw someone post in the Masters of the Universe subreddit that Cartoon Collection Hordak and Manny Faces showed up at their local Ross stores. Another big win. Now it's time to get out of here and head over to the next stop, Burlington. This end cap has been rather bare lately. Where'd all the swimming accessories go? Oh wait, I don't actually care about that, but here's a Super Mario lunch pail. This looks just like the Barbie one I saw earlier. This is a lunch pail, right? I know it's a lot more narrow than what I'm used to seeing, but something looks off. Sound off in the comments as to what this thing actually is. If anyone's curious, that Super Mario case thing cost 1,300 pennies. That's too high for my liking. And we got some garbage on the floor. Here's a piece of a Transformers Legacy Evolution box. I'm willing to bet that belonged to Leo Prime. And this thing in my hand looks like it belonged to one of those generic RC cars. I wonder what happened here. I guess some people tore some shit open? Oh well, whatever. No point giving it any more thought. At the other end cap, those child swimming vests are gone, and now we got some bluey fuzzy sandals. Plushie section. We got an abundance of Stitch plushies again. We got Stitch in what appears to be a pajama top, or is it a Hawaiian print shirt? I'm leaning towards the former. We got a bunch of odd looking Angel plushies, and as we travel down, pretty much all of the Care Bears plushies we saw last week are still here. Now for something new at Burlington, a Regal Tiger plush from Minecraft Legends. $8 versus a $49 comparable value? I don't think this thing's worth $49. If people are effectively paying a Ulysses S. Grant bill for these, I think they're getting ripped off. Spinning around, nothing over here, so let's head over to the final area of the toy section. It's looking a little busy over here. That's an interesting Inside Out 2 plushie doll thing. Oh, it talks and shakes. Neat. Anyways, here's a Gabby's Dollhouse Deluxe figure set. Netflix? I guess it's a kids TV show marketed towards girls. What the hell is this giant thing? It looks like one of the mystery egg doodads. Oh, I think I know who I'm gonna see. Is it Ryan Kaji? It is. Bro's like 13 years old and he's likely already gone through puberty, so it's really odd to see merch with his, I'm guessing, 8 or 9-year-old self on it. This thing is $20 and that's actually the lowest I've seen it go for. Yo, Starscream is still here. I just realized that Robot Battlers means this product is basically like a Kato, or going way back, Karate Fighters. That Mega Bloks Bulbasaur is rather cute, in a weird way. Can't say the rest for everything else, but we all know Venusaur ain't supposed to be cute. Oh my god, we still got some Transformers Flex Changer stragglers. Nightbird is still here, and let's see if we can find the others. There we go, Flex Changer's Bumblebee is still here as well. The prices haven't gone down, so this very well could stick around for a little longer. I didn't see Flex Changer's Cheetor anywhere, so he probably finally cleared out. It looks like we're just about done here. Not much else to see. Oh, a TMNT RGB scooter. I wish those were around when I was a kid. I didn't buy anything, but while I was looking at snacks in the checkout area, I happened to see this tote bag. All I could say is, the live action Snow White was a massive L for Disney. At least the artwork is cool though, I'll give it that. Alright, we're officially done here, and we'll move on to the ever so organized second Ross. I would say it's not as neat and uniform compared to what I normally see, but a disorganized day at this Ross is still better than a so-called organized day at any other Ross I go to. Are you freaking kidding me? More Turtles of Grayskull action figures? This time we got Mechaneck and Rattler, also for 13 smackers each. These are in pristine shape, even the hang tabs are unpunched, but that doesn't really matter to me because I have every intent to open these. There's definitely been a drought in Masters of the Universe stuff at discount stores lately, but damn, it's like they're making up for it by having all sorts of amazing stuff at the same time. $13 seems high for Masters of the Universe action figures, but this is still better than online prices, and I believe Ross is pricing these more in line with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. I usually see TMNT stuff range from $10 to $15 at Ross. I think you all already knew what my move was gonna be, and we ain't leaving Rattler behind. Man, I already picked up 4 action figures. This toy bargain hunting outing is already, as the kids would say, lit. Hold on a minute, we got 1, and then 2 Retro Collection Reva action figures. These are the same 2 I saw last week. Who the heck took the time to move these from the front of the store to the back? That's very bizarre. Someone's trying to keep the third sister from selling. You didn't hear this from me, but that's not something someone needs to try to achieve. She does that well enough on her own. If anyone's curious about the Super Mario Deluxe Bowser's Airship playset, it still has a price that blows, going from $25 to nearly $50 before tax. That is never gonna move. There's still more of the shelves to see, so let's keep going. A Legacy United Cheetor, wow, that's still around, as are the Hello Kitty and Friends Sweet and Salty 6-packs, and even some of the scattered 2-packs linger. I'm going pretty fast, but let me check the bottom shelves real quick. It's a little packed up, but nothing really stands out. It looks like this part of the toy section is done, so it's time to move over to the side area of the toy section. I see lots of Disney, Play-Doh, and now that I saw something that stood out before, I'm actually making notice of Gabby's Playhouse merch. That Mecha Koopa was still 7 clowns, which is gonna make some later finds a little confusing. Whatever, onto the checkout area. Come on dude, I already said we're heading over to checkout. Let's get a move on. Thank you very much. And immediately, I find something good here. A Marvel Legends Wolfsbane action figure. She also comes with the Build-A-Figure part of Zabu, a giant saber-toothed cat, and I believe that part is the main body, which is as big as Wolfsbane herself. She's $6, and that's a pretty good price. There's pretty much no one else around, so I feel safe putting that down for now. Check this out. One of the Super Mario action figures with the Sucky Suck price tags already got reduced, although it's still more expensive than the true original price of $7. The Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures are still here and there's still 270 dimes. Lame. But hold up, here's another one and it's got a reduced price tag. The Limit Breaker Broly has a reduced price tag as well, so why doesn't Goku Black have one? I guess this Ross missed a few things. Oh my heavens. I can't believe I found yet another Turtles of Grayskull action figure. This one of Raphael, and that's 2 out of the 4 turtles I already found. That Mario playset with the bullshit price tag also got reduced. However, this Dragon Ball Super Final Blast figure received no such price cut. It looks like this Ross missed a few things when it comes to correcting prices. This one got a cut? How inconsistent. Well, I think it's time to finally check out, so I'll pick up the Marvel Legends Wolfsbane from before. And we're not forgetting about this Turtles of Grayskull Raphael. I only have Leonardo and Michelangelo left to find. I didn't have a chance to fit it in before, but the Ross we were just at was the first one I saw that started reducing the cost of the Super Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Dragon Ball Super merch with Dirty Barnacle price tags. We're now at another Ross, and I found Michelangelo, but it's not the Michelangelo I was looking for. It's some stretchy and shouty modern Michelangelo. I'm not really big on the modern turtles, and even if this went on clearance, I likely wouldn't get it. Almost dropped it there, but I got the quick save. Hey, we got some more Squish-Along sets. I've been doing a great job of resisting these. Maybe they'll last long enough to get some really good price reductions. I'll bite if that ever happens, and I ain't biting on that piece of crap. Before checking out the rest of this shelf, I normally move over to the end cap since it's right there. No need to backtrack, and it doesn't look like much is going on here. I mostly see merch with the loser prices, along with a whole lot of other unremarkable items. Unlike the previous Ross, this Ross had not enacted reductions on anything that received grossly incompetent price jumps. Back to the main shelf. It's not part of the Richard Hammond collection, but here's a decent Velocity Raptor for 3 clams. Let's keep going. Mario Kart, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Running Naruto's, Hot Wheels, more Star Wars, generic RC cars, and I haven't seen this in a bit, a Transformers Legacy United Geocron. $3 is the absolute best price you'll get for this, so if you see him at Ross, buy him. Life is good. I'll have to agree with that statement. Now we'll just do another run of the shelves to see if we missed anything. The shelves are very messy here, so missing stuff can be very easy to do. I usually don't mind picking through the mess to find stuff, but if it's really bad, I tend to lose my patience and move on to the next thing. It's not looking too good from here. Aside from the Running Naruto vinyl figure, I'm seeing a whole lot of the merch that received the dreaded DSer prices. What does DSer mean? I'm sure you could figure that out. There were no price drops for the Sonic the Hedgehog playset. In case you missed me saying it earlier, this Ross did 0 price drops for the stuff that even turd squirrels wouldn't buy. Man, looking at stupid turd squirrels RBF totally makes me want to punch my monitor. Anyways, let's move on to the next stop, Dee Dee's Discounts. We're gonna enter the toy section through here because a whole bunch of customers were occupying the aisle where I normally walk through. It's like 9 AM on a Saturday. It's too early. What the heck are people doing up at this time? Don't you all need to sleep still? And that's totally not the clock they're calling the stippling slimy, so don't give me that bantha fodder. Hey bada bing, we got a Bluey and Friends 4-pack here. I told you Bluey's been invading all the discount stores, not to the extent that it is at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, but right now, Bluey's a force to be reckoned with. Every time I say, hey bada bing, it always comes out with that accent. I blame Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series for that. We got a random anime figure mixed in with the kids' toys, odd place to be. Anyone ever bother with these Sonic Prime minifigure sets? Just looking at the paint job, it seems like the quality is lacking, but am I in the wrong? Let me know in the comments. Let's see if anything's hiding in the rear. I'm just gonna shove my phone back here to extend my sight. Nothing. Let's keep going. Oh, we got some stuff up here, but it looks like I chose not to highlight it. There was a Kenny Omega AEW action figure there, and why am I filming so close to the shelf? Maybe someone happened to walk by and I needed to make space for them? Who knows? Sorry for the cut, but I dropped my phone while I was recording, and we don't need to see that. Let's continue. It's been a minute since I last saw this Pokemon Select Greninja action figure. I've seen this entire wave, which also has Charizard, Rayquaza, and Articuno at DD's discounts. It has the same cost of $13, and as long as the price is low and didn't go up, it's all good. Once again, we got Stitch plushies, some cute alpacas, and that's the chameleon from Tangled, right? It's gotta be. For whatever reason, I decided to make a mad dash down the toy aisle, and I guess it was to look at this Baron end cap. It looked like I ran like 40 feet, but I probably moved like 6 or 12 feet. We got some Jack Specific Simpsons action figures for $5. Maybe I should have got those itchy and scratchy ones when I had the chance. At the bottom of the end cap, we got this really cool looking Black Panther mural thing, but then I realized it's some DIY sort of deal. I don't want that. I just want the art already done. If this was a print in the wall art section, I'd be interested, but in that form, no thank you. It's time for a short intermission from making commentary on the stuff in the shelves, but feel free to keep looking. We're a little over 16 minutes into this toy bargain hunting outing, and I hope you're all having a great time. If you enjoy the content, make sure to slap me with a like, hit me with a sub, and maybe, just maybe, if I earned one from you, a super thanks. And thank you for the continued support. Let's focus back on the outing. Even though I was yapping about stuff that's not directly related to what's being shown on the screen, I was still paying enough attention to realize that there's not really anything good being found. Nothing's even hidden in the back layers. Oh look, a good old Dragon Stars action figure, and it's got a price that does not suck. Huevos del Toro. Wow, I spent way more time than I should have trying to find something great among all the junk. I still have to walk through the first part of the toy section I normally start at. The other customers who were crowding around that area should be gone by now. They are gone, but considering this is the girls' toy section and it consists of slop that doesn't really appeal to me or my viewers, was it really worth spending time to go over? Hey, sometimes I find Hello Kitty shit in these sections, so sometimes it's worth a look. But really, it just depends on my mood. Okay, we're in the checkout area, and here's merch we've seen before. Grandista Stone Free, Funko Pop Tobirama, and My Hero Academia anime figures. I think this DD's put out more Hitoshi Shinso figures, but at least there's still 10 clams. We've seen all those before, and the same goes for a lot of these Funko Pop figures. Here's an Amazing Heroes Hawks that I know I've seen at Ross, but I can't recall if I've seen this at DD's discount. He's 100 dimes, so that's good at least. Previously, I was going too fast and someone wanted to see the Godzilla merch. Well, here's one I highlighted months ago, but skipped that on last time. If someone requests to see merch that I ignore and it's still there the next time I go, I'll highlight it. I've seen that Mysterio Funko Pop figure and Vibration Star Sakura enough times, and when I pan out, wow, look at all those Amazing Heroes Denki Kaminari and Brave Graph Hitoshi Shinso figures. It's definitely an overabundance right now. At least they're all still 10 bucks. We got the Limit Breaker Broly that people didn't even want to pay the usual discount store price for. Here's some more Dragon Stars and All Elite Wrestling action figures. The latter really dwindled down. There were so many before, and now I think it's the leftovers of the leftovers. And of course, there's more Anime Heroes Renji Abarai action figures, cause why the hell not? Somehow this Dragon Stars Goku Black didn't manage to get a dick sucker price attached to it. Though I have to say, that price still sucks. There's something behind those Corazon de Leon action figures. We got an Amazing Heroes plus Yuga Aoyama. Unfortunately, he's going for 13 clams unlike the other MHA figures we saw. Oh, and Mirko's 13 bucks as well. It really was a bunch of nothing burgers, but I saved the best for last, and they're Solid Gold Age of Heroes All Might anime figures. The Solid Gold All Might is version A, while version B is a normal colored one which I last saw at Ross a few months ago. I was really surprised to see that DD's discounts price these at $10 each. For sure, I would have thought they went up to $13 like the newer MHA figure stock I saw before, like Glitter and Glamour's Mirko. There's absolutely no doubt that I'm getting this. We managed to find something good right at the end, and now we move on to the next stop, Ross. I think part of the store was sinking into the ground because look at how crooked the view is. Don't worry, I can adjust, and I gotta say, despite the slant, nothing's sliding over. I guess this Ross managed to somehow circumvent both physics and gravity. Dude, them Broly's up there are in the same exact spot I saw them during the previous outing. They did not move an inch, that is until I grabbed one, and it's clear this Ross still has the craptacular out of touch prices. I'm standing near one of the end caps, so let's look at that real quick. It's all stuff I've seen already. What's behind that Super Mario lunch bag? Oh, awesome. Skeleton Crew. Oh, K2SO is still here, surprisingly. That droid got completely cleared out of DD's discounts, and they had a good amount. Anyways, back to the shelves. Really? Another future Trunks? Oh my god, that Lightyear action figure is basically in the same spot as well. Am I using the same footage from last time? I feel like I'm getting deja vu here. I hope the One Piece figure prices go back down eventually. I used to see that manhood priced at 1,500 pennies. As you'd expect at not only this Ross, but pretty much every Ross, it's a colossal mess in the toy section. Here's a former Target exclusive Nikto Skiff Guard. How does something that generic become a store exclusive? It's so mind-boggling. There's a lot of scattered merch here, the Funko Pop figures in particular. Here's Queen Amaya from Wish. You know, if someone showed this to me outside of the box, I would have thought this was a live-action Snow White Funko Pop figure. And keep holding out for a price drop on those Hello Kitty and Friends 6-packs. They're not moving, and it's gonna happen. We got some old random Frankenberry action figure, and another Marvel Legends Wolfsbane. I know the latter is gonna sell really fast. She will not last long. This Noodle Stopper Ram is still around. Out of all the recent ReZero anime figures I've seen at Ross, that one appears to either be the most common, worst selling, or maybe a bit of both A and B. Huh, I didn't realize there was two end caps here. Oh well, there was crap on both of them anyways. Now for the side area of the toy section. And speaking of crap, we got the same action figure of Peach with the demolished packaging and a price that sucks big ones. In addition, we got a scuffed Gamerverse Thor and a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures. But to make up for that, we got more Turtles of Grayskull action figures. Unfortunately, it was one we already saw, my boy Donatello, but it was still a cool find. This, on the other hand, was not a cool find. Don't get me wrong, the action figure is great, but it's just a price that's attached to it. Or not. That's funny, someone ripped off the $15 price tag. That was definitely someone who knows their stuff and was incensed at the price. Totally not me, by the way. There's just a little bit more to go, but sadly, it's gonna be more disappointing stuff. It's just how it goes sometimes. If you want to find treasure at Ross, you gotta go through all the trash first. By the way, what items in the toy section would you consider trash? Just name one because I know there's gonna be a whole lot. At this very moment, for me, it's the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures with the current lame prices. We're done with this Ross, and we're moving on to the next Ross. Due to the nice plushie finds at this location last time, I decided to see if there's anything good this time. In particular, I was hoping I could find a My Melody Hoodie Bestie plushie. Sadly, I didn't find her, or anything else out of the ordinary. Okay, moving on. Oh, Minecraft merch. DIY stuff? Never mind, I don't have time for that, I got videos to make. Let's swing back to the other shelf. And it's looking rather mediocre, and that's being nice. Seeing stuff with expensive ass tags should automatically drop things to, worse than mediocre. Yeah, that'll do. We just have the anime figures left to see, and oh my god, what is with all the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures? How is Ross putting more of them out? Even the best action TMNT action figures weren't this pervasive. I thought that was pretty much it for this area since it was a bunch of repeats, slop, and repeat slop, but then I found some Halloween themed Five Guys at Freddy's action figures, a former Walmart exclusive Captain Foxy, and a Dreadbear. These don't look bad at all, and $5 seems reasonable. You ain't getting a price like that online unless the seller doesn't mind losing money. Look at what else is still here. Oh yeah, you better believe it. No one's gonna drop nearly $50 for this at a retail store, so it's definitely not gonna happen at a discount store. I could speculate all I want, but I will never truly understand how these higher than retail prices got greenlit. I don't know if anyone noticed, but the price tag on that playset was partially peeled off. Someone else was definitely trying to do some investigating. All we have left to check out is the very cramped end cap, or would it be called a mid cap in this instance? I don't know. Yep, we got nothing but trash here. Overpriced stuff, slop, repeats, and really old repeats. I tried looking harder to see if I missed anything, but it was all in vain. Let's try our luck at DD's discounts. Does anyone think the atmosphere feels different between the various discount stores? Ross always has a feeling of chaos, even early in the morning when I'm the only person in the store. Everywhere else feels a lot more chill. Maybe I'll rank them all someday. The shelves are neat and organized. I could see everything clearly. Here's a reduced price Donatello action figure. Burlington sells these for $10, whereas DD's normally sells these for $11 or $12. It was missing stuff, so even with that reduced price, it was not worth it. This Toad action figure has been around for a minute. How about some price drops, DDs? Then that thing will move. It's just the RC cars left, so let's swing over to the end cap, and it's a bunch of bubble blasters and other summer outdoor stuff. That's what I think of all this merch right now. It's really slim pickings over here. I mean, just look at everything. Of course, more of the same stuff I've already seen. I know I'm going to different locations of the same chain stores, but I'm still used to a bit more variance than this. Well, at least there's an MJF action figure. What's he doing here? Shouldn't he be at the checkout area with the rest of the AEW action figures? Well, MJF doesn't exactly have any friends, so it's no wonder he's here. The checkout area has been slightly altered. Almost everything has been consolidated to this shelf cart thing. Not much going on with the Funko Pop figures, and that's pretty much all of the leftover AEW action figures. Actually, pretty much everything here is leftovers. But what? Britannica? With a name like that, no wonder that ended up at discount stores. I remember seeing a Grand Line Series Extra Kikunojo at this exact store a while ago, but then it disappeared. Here it is again for a reduced price. I wonder if someone bought it and then returned it. I don't know from where, but I heard sometimes DD's Discounts and Ross will put reduced price tags on merch that gets returned. Has anyone been able to verify that? The only new thing I managed to find at this DD's Discounts was this Hunter x Hunter Gone anime figure. He totally looks like a good boy here. He's just enjoying some time in nature with the animals. Let's move on. We're at the final Ross of the day, but not the final stop. Is it just me, or does it look a bit different here? Maybe it's the direction I'm coming from. Who the heck is Nicole Jacqueline? Anyways, there used to be a lot more Funko Pops here, although it was leftovers. I wonder if this Ross cleared them out for 49 cents. I get the feeling that was the case because most of them are just gone. Wow, that's funny. Almost all of the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures are still here, and once again, they're dominating the bottom half of this area. And for a little flavor, there's a handful of Super Mario Jack specific stuff. As you'd expect, the fail-ass prices are still on the merch I've identified as afflicted. As a bargain hunter, it's insulting to see stuff like this at a discount store. It's the same feeling I got when I started seeing people charging eBay prices and higher at swap meets. This Ross is stocked up rather well, but it's still a lot of leftover stuff. It seems like this Ross hasn't put anything new out since the last time I was here. Or maybe they did so during the weekdays, when I don't have time to stop by, and all the good stuff got bought out. Speaking of not having time to stop by on the weekdays, I have another question for the viewers. When are you able to make it to your discount stores? I work a 9 to 5, or more like an 8:30 to 5, so that's the reason I really don't have time to go during the weekdays. Sure, I could stop by one store real quick, but I'm usually too tired to do that, and I just want to go home. I'm gonna interrupt my train of thought real quick. Whenever I see merch stacked or lined up like this, it makes me think another content creator was here getting some footage. These Hot Wheels pullback cars actually sell rather well. I see them pop up often, and they pretty much disappear within a few days. The cars look great, and $6 doesn't seem bad for what you get. Back to what I was talking about before, I wanted to know when you're all able to go to discount stores. Morning, afternoon, nighttime, have your finds varied throughout the different times of the day? Sound off in the comments. Sorry, I was grabbing something and unwittingly zoomed into that creepy baby doll's face, but here's a Squishmallow Tails. He's 50 dimes and that's not bad. I've seen Five Below sell smaller ones from the Sonic franchise for 600 pennies. Hold up, you look familiar. Don't try to leave. Do you have any relatives at another Ross store? Hey, wake up, don't fall back asleep. I said, do you have any relatives at another Ross store? Oh, yeah, I thought so. I've met 2 of them at another location, but this is my first time seeing you here. Oh, you just moved in? Cool. Well, I hope you're liking it here. By the way, does your name happen to be Heisey as well? It is. So you're all like Officer Joy and Nurse Jenny. Well, it was nice meeting you too. Say hi to your mother for me. Ross had quite a few of these super cute Slowpoke plushies and I didn't bite. Did anyone buy these cute gigantic monstrosities? I bet they make good pillows. How do you not love a blank happy face like that? Slowpoke's awesome. Before leaving, I had to show you all this. That's right, this Ross location started dropping the prices on their Dragon Ball Super Dragon Stars action figures. However, far more of that merch, the Super Mario stuff, and the Sonic the Hedgehog action figure still had them godforsaken prices. Despite that, I see this as a good thing. That's at least one other Ross store backpedaling on those crappy prices, and to me, that means other Ross stores will follow suit. Again, the prices are still higher than they should be, but it's a step in the right direction. I know I've been making a bunch of requests to you all, and I'm sorry if I already asked this, but please let me know if your Ross stores are dropping prices on the effective merch I've mentioned many times already. It's much appreciated. In terms of finding cool stuff, the store was a bust, but I managed to get some good info. Now we're at the final stop of the day, DD's Discounts. After having such an amazing start of the day, I noticed the outing was gradually falling off, and by this point, I had zero expectations. This Batman action figure 4-pack was only 10 clams, which averages to $2.50 a figure. They're not really to my liking, so I'll leave them be. Onto the main area of the toy section, and once again, we got a lot of bubble blasters. There's other stuff at the very least. Here's some talking moving light up Pikachus, we got some Super Mario playsets for 13 clams that no one wants. I've seen these Pokemon Clip and Go sets on and off at DD's Discounts and Ross for the past year, same with this Transformers toy car track. I'd rather see something action figure related though. When it comes to this Halo set, I feel like I've only seen this at DD's and never the other discount stores. Here's a Micro Galaxy Squadron Slave 1 starship with micro figures of Jango Fett and young Boba Fett. Is there a chase version of this? It would be awesome to find chase versions of these Star Wars toys again. It's always awesome finding a $100 item for 5 smackers at a discount store. That thing wasn't 5 clams though, it was a solid 13, and that's not a bad price. That particular Slave 1 starship goes for like $30 online. Alright everyone, we're on the home stretch. We just got a little bit more to go, so please hang in there. I see something different on this end cap. A Roblox Q-Clash Zadina action figure. I think $4 is the lowest you'll get for this, and honestly, with how well those virtual item codes sell, you could probably sell that code for $4 and basically nab yourself a free Roblox action figure. We just saw a bunch of familiar faces, and look who it is again, K2SO. It was 400 pennies at Ross, and it's 40 dimes at DD's Discounts. I don't think there's much else to see on this end cap. I mean, does anyone really want a badminton racket? No, I didn't think so. Let's look at the shelf one more time because I get the feeling I'm missing something. Damn, that showed up like an RKO from out of nowhere. I saw the Simpsons Family pack at Ross a few outings prior for the same price of $16. Unfortunately, that's not an amazing deal. It's only $1 more at Target, and with Circle Week going on right now, it might be cheaper over there for the time being. And the last thing I'll say before showing off the haul, I was wrong about the Skeleton Crew action figures. They are selling well at discount stores and people will pay $6 for them. So if you see them and want them, buy them. Alright, now let's move on to the haul. Check them out. This was one of my best hauls yet. Like I said before, this toy bargain hunting outing started off really strong but dropped off after the third stop. I did find the solid gold All Might midway through, but after that, nothing worth buying. And that does it for another toy bargain hunting outing. If you made it this far, type All Might in the comments. Thank you for sticking around and coming along for the ride. If you got some more time on your hands, please check out some of my other videos and I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you later.